Close-Up is brought to you by the Kia Sorento R, redefining the power of Kia.
There are over 8,000 people in our prisons, but how do we keep them on the straight and narrow when they get out? Well, one group's trying to break the crime cycle, not with punishment, but picture books. Jan Castaneda went inside a high-security prison to find out how.
The witch had a cat and a very tall hat and long ginger hair, which she wore in a plait. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind.
How long have you been in here for?
7 months.
And is it your first time in prison?
No. But how the witch wailed and how the cat spat. When the wind blew so wildly, it blew off the hat. I've been in prison like 14 times.
14 times?
Yeah.
And what have you been in prison for?
Robberies, assaults, gang fights.
David Cowie has spent much of his life behind bars, but now he's discovered an unlikely escape.
Locking them up, throwing away the key and doing nothing for them isn't improving them in any way.
He's part of a program to turn around the lives of some of our toughest men. What was life like for you when you were growing up?
I grew up with no father, just my mum and my sisters. I've been brought up with the Black Power and they've just been my family all my life.
Did you go to school when you were a kid?
I didn't like school.
Why not?
I wasn't interested.
David never learnt to read or write. He says he found it hard to concentrate in class. David left school at 14 and got a job labouring. It allowed him to get by, but not anymore.
You can't get a job even shoveling gravel on the motorway unless you've got that certificate these days.
Mike Williams represents the Howard League, which is delivering a radical literacy program in prisons.
At least 50% of prisoners in New Zealand jails are illiterate. We care because if you can't read and write, you can't get a job on release from jail. If you get a job when you leave jail, then your chance of reoffending is cut in half. It's a no-brainer.
Volunteers are going behind the razor wire.
Bounded.
Bounded, yeah, and shriek.
Shriek.
Yeah, and even whoosh.
To teach inmates like David the basics.
He's pretty typical, youngish, Maori, willing to learn.
But at 26, why did David want to learn to read?
I've got 7 children.
You've got 7 kids?
Yeah, I've got 5 girls, 2 boys. My boys are twins.
David had his first child at 14.
I never had my dad to read to me, or my mum. Always like my sisters and that. It's important for the dad to be there for your children.
But David hasn't seen his kids for months. He's been charged with a new crime and he's on remand. Do you worry that your kids will end up in here as well?
I want them to have a good education so they don't come to a place like this and they don't have a life that I had lived.
Other prisoners have asked David how they can join the program too. Good news, according to prison leaders. Why do you think it's important that we pay attention to what happens after they leave?
These people are part of our society. They come out as members of the community and we are required to live with them.
Today, the great and the good have gathered in Hawke's Bay.
People say, oh, you know, what are you going down there for? Oh, I'm going to prison.
And they're here for just one man.
David, if you would like to come up here, I'd be absolutely delighted and honoured to present you with this certificate and to wish you well. Good luck, mate. All the best. Don't come back again, eh?
I don't want to come back here again. My children is missing out on their dad and I can't make their time up.
David could soon be released.
I'll go to court for e-bail and hopefully I'll go home.
Go home on Monday?
Yeah.
You get to read your kids those stories?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to hope that he was able to get himself a job, be able to earn some dollars to support his family.
I'm a dog, as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me?
In David's favourite book, the ending is simple but satisfying.
All the animals are happy and, yeah, they just fly away.
Happily ever after?
Yeah.
We're yet to find out how David's own story will end.
Just think about how I can better myself when I get out, make my family proud, yeah. So the dog clambered on, the witch tapped the broomstick and wished they were gone.
And the Howard League is looking for volunteers for the program. Details are on our website.